FOMO. This is basically when you see people piling into a coin and you're like, why not me? Gotta catch this rocket. Sounds fun, right? Until it isn't, because if you're buying at euphoric peaks, you're running straight into a retrace and boom, your bags start bleeding. Here's the tea. In 2025, the crypto market has tanked hard. Over $1 trillion wiped out in just 6 weeks, according to recent reports. That's not just volatility, that's mass panic. And guess who's mostly fueling that FOMO energy? Retail traders. Surveys show 84% of crypto holders have made decisions based on FOMO. Also, academic research backs it. A 2025 study found FOMO strongly drives speculative crypto buying, especially when people regret not buying earlier. Basically, you're scared of being the only one left out, and that fear messes with your brain. But hey, I'm not here just to roast you. Here are some DeFi-approved hacks to chill and not let FOMO wreck your wallet. Automated DCA. Instead of dumping in all at once, you spread out your buys. Think of it like drip feeding your crypto addiction so you don't OD all at once. Use if-then rules. Don't buy just because it's going up. Set clear bands where you're okay to pull the trigger. Implement a no FOMO cooldown. If you feel like screaming, "Why didn't I buy?" Wait 48 to 72 hours. If after 3 days you still feel the same, then decide. At the end of the day, FOMO is just your brain screaming, "Jump in," but your money is begging you to wait. Act smart or act regretful. Your call. 2. Loss aversion and the disposition effect. Think of it like that one friend who refuses to drop their L anymore, even though everyone else already left the party. So, what is loss aversion? Simply put, losses hurt more than gains feel good. Imagine eating a super spicy pepper. One mistake and you're crying, but one sweet candy won't make you weep tears of joy. In crypto, this bias makes you sell winners too early, so you lock in a small win, and hold losers way too long, hoping they magically revive. Here's why that's dangerous. By doing this, you're killing your chance for real compounding. You're celebrating tiny wins, but ignoring the stinky bags that are dragging your whole portfolio down. Essentially, you're left with a roster full of dead projects. We've seen this in academic research too. For instance, a study on Bitcoin finds that investors really do sell their winners quickly and cling to the losers. Classic disposition effect behavior. Another recent behavioral finance study also confirms loss aversion is a big deal for crypto traders, especially when markets get crazy. And you know what makes it worse? Right now, the market is tanking. Crypto has lost over 25% of its market cap in the past 6 weeks. People are panicking, and that fear is pushing folks into even worse emotional trades. So how do we fix this without turning into robots? Well, not fully. Here are some DeFi-approved moves. Set take-profit ladders. Don't dump everything when things go up. Take a little off the table here and there. Automate stop-loss or trailing stop orders, especially for non-core coins. You don't want to babysit all the time. Rebalance by percent, not by, "Oh my god, I can't believe this one token is down 90%. Build a plan and follow it. Your brain lies to you when fear hits, but if you build rules that outsmart your own emotions, you'll stop letting loss aversion wreck your crypto gains. 3. Overconfidence. So what is overconfidence? It's when you're so convinced you're smarter than the market that you go all in, use max leverage, or trade like you've hacked the matrix. You're basically swaggering around the order book, ignoring risk like yesterday's tweet. Here's why that's dangerous. When you overestimate how smart or in the know you are, you size up trades too aggressively. That means more leverage, huge bets, and zero chill. And in low liquidity markets, that's a recipe for liquidation disaster. Retail traders are doing exactly this right now. According to a recent crypto margin risk report, liquidation checks spiked plus 118% when a major crash hit. Academic research backs this up too. Overconfident crypto investors trade way more often than their less cocky peers, even though more trades don't always mean more profit. A 2024 study showed people who think they know it all tend to trade speculatively, ignore risk, and end up bleeding more than they gain. So how do you manage that overconfidence without turning into a paranoid bot? Here are some steps. Cap your bet size. Don't risk your life savings on one trade. Limit your speculative trades to, say, 2 to 5% of your capital. Log and review trades weekly. Write down why you made each trade. Then check your notes later. Did your gutsy move pay off? Use risk budgeting. Split your wallet. One stack is your core hodl bag, the other is your play money. That way, when you inevitably over-leverage, you're only blowing up the play money portion, not your future Lambo fund. Thinking you're the smartest person in the room might feel good until the market hands you a reality check. Chill the ego, size your risk, and let the data do the talking. 4. Herding. Alright fam, let's talk about herding, aka the I have no idea what I'm doing, so I'll just follow everyone else strategy. Spoiler, it almost never ends well. So what is herding?
Basically, it's when you copy whatever the majority is doing, whether that's TikTok traders, Twitter maxis, or some whale wallet you swear is always right. It's like being in school. Everyone suddenly starts running in one direction, and you start sprinting too, even though you have zero idea what's happening. In crypto, this gets dangerous real quick, because herds don't just move, they stampede. Prices pump insanely fast because everyone FOMOs in at once, and then crash just as hard the moment the hype dies. We literally just saw this in the late 2024 to early 2025 rallies. Everyone piled into the same few hype tokens, and when the November 2025 drawdown hit, the same crowd panic sold, amplifying the entire crash. Classic herd behavior. And it's not just vibes. Academic studies have shown herding is extremely strong during crypto uptrends, meaning when things are green, people stop thinking and start copying. Honestly, relatable, but still risky. So, how do you avoid becoming another "I only bought because crypto Twitter yelled at me" victim? Here are some fixes. 1. Diversified sleeves. Split your portfolio, one part for blue chips, BTC, ETH, one for broader indexes, and one tiny chaotic corner for your inner degen. 2. Use real on-chain metrics. Don't make decisions just because exchange flows spike. Look at active addresses, velocity, dev updates, aka real activity. 3. Cap the stupidity. Keep meme coins and alt-season gambles to max 10% of your portfolio. If you blow that bag, at least it's not your whole crypto career. Thinking for yourself is an alpha skill. The herd moves fast, straight off cliffs. Be the kid who actually checks the map first.
5. Recency bias. Recency bias is basically when your brain overweights the latest trend. Like if BTC just pumped 20% this week, suddenly everyone's like, yo, Bitcoin only goes up. Or if ETH dumps, it's crypto is dead, let's sell everything. Classic short-term narrative trap. Here's why it sucks. Recency bias makes you buy at the top and sell at the bottom. Seriously, the Octave 2025 crash is a perfect example. Bitcoin dropped around 30% from its October peak, and tons of traders who were betting on a continuation of October's mini rally ended up panicking and liquidating, all because they assumed the recent move was permanent. Your brain sees patterns everywhere, but crypto markets love to troll. Boom-bust cycles repeat, and if you're only reacting to the last 2 weeks, you're basically playing whack-a-mole with your portfolio. So how do you fix it without turning into a total nerd? Look at long-term charts. Check multi-year BTC and ETH distribution, not just weekly candle action. If Bitcoin looks like a roller coaster over 10 years, that one dip is nothing. Test strategies across regimes. Simulate what would happen in bull, bear, and sideways markets. Don't just trust the last green candle. Keep dry powder. Always have some cash or stablecoins ready. When markets flip, that's your ammo. Think of it as ammo in your digital wallet for the next fire sale. Don't let your brain trick you into thinking the last trend is the new law of nature. Crypto is messy, wild, and unpredictable, but if you plan for all seasons, you won't be crying into your Lambo fund.
6. Anchoring. Anchoring happens when you fixate on a number, usually the price you bought a coin at, and treat it like gospel. Like you paid 50K for BTC, so suddenly 50K becomes the true value, even if the market has already moved to 30K or 70K. Your brain basically puts blinders on and refuses to see reality. Why this is deadly? You end up holding losers for way too long, topping up into falling markets or refusing to take profits, all because your brain screams, "But I paid X." Classic. This isn't just me roasting. Research shows anchoring heavily affects allocation and exit timing. Traders literally make worse decisions because they can't let go of arbitrary anchors. Let's be real, the market doesn't care what you paid. It doesn't owe you a single Satoshi. So how do you dodge this trap? Price blind reevaluation. Check positions based on fundamentals and risk, not what you bought at. Ask yourself, would I buy this if I never owned it? Objective triggers for rebalancing. Set rules like market cap bands, on-chain activity metrics, or portfolio percent limits. If BTC drops 20% from your trigger, action it. Don't just cry into your wallet. Mentally detach from purchase price. Think of it like renting a house. You paid rent before, but that doesn't affect whether you should move. Your portfolio is the same. Focus on future performance. Anchoring makes your brain obsessed with the past while the market moves on. Stop worshiping old numbers, get objective, and let your portfolio actually grow.
7. Sunk cost fallacy. Yo squad, let's talk about sunk cost fallacy. Basically the "I already wasted so much I can't quit now" trap. And yes, your brain loves tricking you into throwing good money after bad. Sunk cost fallacy is when you double down on a token or project just because you've already put in money, time, or effort. Like you bought that random meme coin at 50 cents, it's now 5 cents, and you're thinking, nah, if I buy more, I'll break even. Spoiler alert, that's how dreams die. Why it hurts? Well, it traps capital in dead projects, reduces your ability to invest in real opportunities, and just generally makes your portfolio sad. The crypto world even calls this sunk cost maxing, and analysts are like, bro, just let it go. TradingView commentary highlights that this habit kills both portfolio health and project growth because people keep pouring in resources that could be better spent elsewhere. Here's the reality. The market doesn't care how much you invested yesterday. Every day you hold a dead token is a day your money isn't earning elsewhere. So how do we dodge this trap? Set failure cutoffs. Pick 3 independent metrics: dev activity, on-chain adoption, and market sentiment. If a project fails all 3, exit. Don't negotiate with your feelings. Use stop losses on speculative bets. Automate exits so your ego doesn't do the trading. Keep opportunity cash. Always have some dry powder ready to jump on real alpha plays. Treat like ammo for the next market dip. Throwing more money into a sinking ship won't save it. Cut the losses, keep your ego in check, and free up capital for something that actually moves. Markets are ruthless, but your brain doesn't have to be.
8. Confirmation bias, the sneaky little brain hack that makes you feel smart while it quietly destroys your bag. So what is it? Basically, it's when you only listen to stuff that agrees with you and ignore anything that disagrees. Picture this. You're in Discord, someone posts a hot take about $XYZ going 10x, and suddenly every chart, every tweet, and every gut feeling is like, yep, totally right. Meanwhile, in your red flags, ignored, gone, deleted from your mental hard drive. Here's the problem. This bias makes you hold bad positions forever because your brain just wants to hear cheerleaders, not actual facts. Academic studies even confirm this. Sage Journals highlights that confirmation bias is a major driver of poor crypto decisions, especially during bull runs and hype cycles. Basically, your brain is trolling you. And let's be real, right now, crypto is wild. The November 2025 drawdown wiped a ton of bags, and many traders didn't even see it coming because they were glued to hype channels. They thought they were smart, but in reality, they were just echoing themselves. So how do you avoid this trap? Here's your DeFi teen approved hack list. Devil's advocate routine. Before upping exposure, require at least one solid opposing signal. If there's none, your ego might be lying to you. Pre-trade checklist. Include a simple question. What would make me wrong? If you can't answer it honestly, don't touch that trade. Diversify info sources. Don't just scroll Telegram or Twitter. Check on on-chain metrics, project updates, and market fundamentals. Your brain loves easy wins and echo chambers, but the market doesn't care. Break the bias, listen to the facts, and maybe, just maybe, you'll stop losing bags to hype.
9. Gambler's fallacy. The 2 traps that make your brain think it's a casino boss when it's really just losing chips. Here's the deal. Gambler's fallacy is when you assume that streaks must reverse, like BTC has dumped 3 days in a row, so you're thinking day 4 has got to be green, right? Spoiler, the market doesn't care about your betting logic. It gives that illusion of control where you think that you can actually predict short-term random moves, like spotting a pattern in candle charts and thinking you're the next crypto Nostradamus. Why it hurts? It leads to overtrading, reckless leverage, and chasing fake patterns. And let's be real, crypto's volatility loves to troll traders. In fact, a recent MDPI study highlighted that these biases increase losses because traders keep trying to force order on randomness. Basically, your brain is overconfident and your bags pay the price. Check the news. The November 2025 drawdown saw overleveraged traders wiped out after assuming every bounce meant a reversal. Classic gambler's fallacy in action. So how do you dodge this without turning into a total boring robot? 1. Trade less, chill more. Reduce frequency, don't trade every single dip or pump. Less is more. 2. Kill leverage for discretionary moves. If you're guessing, don't double your stack. Just don't. 3. Simulate randomized backtests. Test strategies on shuffled historical data. If your pattern only works on exact sequences, congrats, you overfit and got lucky once. Crypto isn't a slot machine you can control. Accept the chaos, reduce impulse trades, and remember, the market will keep trolling you no matter how smart you think you are.
10. Neglect of probability. Here's the lowdown. This happens when you treat positions as separate mental buckets. You know that classic move where you say, oh, this is just play money and this is serious investment, but never actually look at your total exposure. Basically, you're juggling a bunch of balls but ignoring that all of them could fall on your head at once. Why it hurts? Well, you end up overexposed to correlated bets. Imagine loading up on 10 altcoins that all draw liquidity from the same market or sector. When that market dips, boom, you get hit much harder than you planned. This is called tail risk, and behavioral research confirms that poor aggregation like this leads to worse crypto outcomes. Check the news. Recent altcoin crashes in late 2025 wiped out portfolios that looked diversified at a glance but were secretly all in one correlated sector. It's like thinking your 10 lottery tickets are independent when they're all for the same draw. Ouch. So how do you stop this mess? Portfolio level VAR and stress tests. Check monthly how your total positions react to market moves. Aggregate correlated exposures. If you're all in on AI chains, treat them as a single 12% exposure, not 10 separate bets. Use position sizing rules, enforce diversification limits so one sector can't tank your entire portfolio.
Ignoring probability is like walking blindfolding over a cliff. Step back, do the math, and treat your portfolio as a whole system, not a bunch of random buckets. Your future self and your crypto bags will thank you. You're not losing crypto because the market is mean. You're losing crypto because your brain is wired to behave irrationally in high-variance environments. Markets are volatile, but predictable human mistakes are the real alpha. Your edge is process, pre-commit rules, risk budgeting, and the humility to assume your brain will try to trick you. If this resonates with you, click the card above for another insightful video. This is Blockchain Money.